Greetings, everyone. My name is Etherville, and I welcome you all to my Let's Play of The Enchanted Cave 2, a 2D top-down fantasy roguelike developed and published by Dustin Oxer. A bit of backstory before I begin. This is the sequel to the original and successful Enchanted Cave 1, and thanks to a Kickstarter, this game is much more full-fledged in several regards. One way of which is actually there's a story in this game. After a day of travel and a restful night at the inn, I'm ready to explore this enchanted cave. WASD or click to move to the location, as well as the arrow keys as well. Now, I could go into the cave, but I'd rather just talk to the townspeople themselves. It's a nice bit of backstory as well. In the original game, it was basically just dungeon delving in its purest form. Now, we have a town over here, so we basically have some storyline. The dialogue for NPCs will be changing as we make more successful runs, so I'll be showing off some of these. Also some nice hints here and there about how the NPCs are giving how they explore it and whatnot. Also some hints about what will be happening after floor 40. Now, as the story suggests over here, this town was basically sprouted up as a tourist destination due to this cave having nearly an infinite supply of items. There are adventurers disappearing here and there, but the number of adventurers disappearing now is increasing for some reason. As the townspeople are hinting. We'll be doing something about that. I'll be visiting the museum once I get an artifact or two. This guard interrupts us. He'll give us a tutorial. Let's go take a look at it. As he's saying, as it's a roguelike, every time you enter a new floor, it'll be re-randomized and never be the same. The only way to go back up is to use the escape wings. As like in the previous game, if you go down instead of stairs, you can't go back up. Treasures are randomized, but it doesn't really take that much floors to find them. They're pretty common in a way. Now, most of the items we'll find here are cursed and are destroyed when we try to escape. However, artifacts, stat gems, gold, and the Newcomer, XP, are always kept when we escape. The XP system is new to this game, as in the original, the only way to buff up your stats was basically just by doing stat gems. Now we can level up as well, and there's a better skill system as well. Here's crafting, which is really useless for now. Here's the shopkeeper. Time to do some shopping. Now, as I'll be getting a lot of gold soon enough, I'd rather just buff my attack power as quickly as possible. Here I'll be upgrading my butter knife to a kitchen knife, which does 2 more points of damage. And, of course, I'll be buying a shield, as I don't really have a shield right now. Every little bit counts, and I'll quickly be recouping my 45 gold spent. Let's do this. In the first set of floors, our main enemies are going to be bats and rats. Rats being the less challenging enemy of this game, and bats being the second least. We get our first new item, old gloves. To open the inventory, go here, and we can compare. We have nothing there, so might as well equip it. If you want to see what enemy stats are before attacking them, just click your mouse, hold, and you should be able to see it. Like this bat has an attack power of 26, defense of 6, and weak against stone. 1 gold granted for defeating it, as well as 4 XP. And thankfully, unlike the first game, attack animations are much faster, so that really speeds up the process. And there's also the fact that we can actually run over or walk over all these bags of money. In the original game, we couldn't do that. Here now we have a choice of 5 options for leveling up: HP, MP, attack, defense, magic. Right now I'll focus mostly on attack. And by doing so, we'll get several skill points we can allocate. We have basically 3 routes we can take. We can take the warrior slash defense route. We can take the thief route, or we can take the mage route. Normally we want to get the heal spell as quickly as possible, but as we won't get that many mana restores as fast, I'd rather just take the attack route and get as many attack power as possible. By doing it, I basically got +2 attack and +1 critical chance. As the best offense is the best defense. If I can one-shot as many enemies as possible, I'll avoid taking a lot more damage. Here's a metal ring, better equip it. Ah, here is a secret. Sometimes in the stages we'll see a minor shiny thing in the wall pop out. By walking against it, you'll open up a secret part of the stage. Also, depending on the color of the chest, will indicate the rarity of the item. Like for example, these chests over here will grant you artifacts. Artifacts, like the guard was saying, will persist even when you exit the dungeon. So when you come back, you can always count on having those items equipped. Let's equip these hard leather boots. They'll grant us 3 physical defense and 3 fire defense. So might as well equip them. Let's go this route instead. Unlike the first game, now rooms actually have multiple routes you can go down in. Before it was just a set room size, but now rooms scroll and can have multiple exits. We'll be going over more of the improvements as we go along. Here are some new enemies, angry shrooms. They can be quite damaging, so be careful. Well, I say that, but the main sense is that these enemies have more defense. Oh good, we got a spark ring. Spark rings will protect us against fire. But really though, the enemies in these first few floors are not really that challenging and pretty much meat shields. Meat shields in a sense they're just mooks, basically. Plank shield, 2 plank shields, but I already have them, so there's no need for them. Oops, sorry about that. I got another kitchen knife. As this is saying, if you want to run away, click on any open tile during the battle. I'll be avoiding to do this as we really need as much XP as possible, especially for the latter parts of this game. And thus we found the escape wings. Now we can use these to escape before you die, or before I die, as if you die you lose all your progress before you last saved. Just like any roguelike. Ooh, I'm getting pretty low on health. More attack. On the left there is a stat gem. If you collect it, you'll permanently get a stat boost, which will persist even when you exit the arena, or this dungeon. Like I got +1 attack. Let me upgrade my skills. If you reach the end of these nodes, you'll get a much larger bonus. Like here, you'll get +5 attack instead of just +1. Now, as I want to get the hard, but I can't really get it now, I'll be focusing more on defense at this point. Okay. And if you click here, you can see more stats of how well you are. Like I have 5% dodge chance, 7% critical, etc, etc. Let's continue. Oh good, max MP up. That's always nice. In the original game, I would say the main strategy was to actually avoid as many enemies as possible, unless you wanted to collect gold, and just try getting the stat gems as much as possible, as well as the gold chests. But here, now that we actually have an MP system, XP system, it's much more important to take on as many enemies as possible. Before, in the original game, due to how gold worked, it really wasn't that important to attack as many enemies as possible, as the usefulness of it really went low as the game went on, as items didn't really get as expensive as you progressed. But here, with XP, it really bounces itself off. I'd rather not go against these spiders because they have 35 attacks. And I don't really have a fire type attack, sadly. Nope, I basically have the same items. At least I can one-shot these bats and rats now. And two-shot these angry shrooms. If I can get another level up, I'll invest it in the heal spell. Oh good, a rusty iron sword. Yeah, I think I'll skip these spiders. More old gloves. I hate having to do this. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll just escape. Let's try it. Oh, never mind, I made it. That was really risky. Oh well, time to level up. Always focus on doing attack, as technically how the stat gems work, you can have infinite stats, but it requires quite a bit of grinding. Oh well, got the heal spell now, and a small heal potion. For 20 mana, I can restore about 67 HP right now. The amount you restore is based off of your magic stat right over here. I don't need to worry about the spiders as much before. Oh good, I can forge equipment. Let's see what happens. Basically you can apply status elements with this, but I'd rather not use it right now. Oh good, more hard leather boots. Really would have preferred something else, though. I thought there was a secret over there. Moving on to floor 6. And from here on out, as this warns, the monsters will start to do more damage. All of them. If you set the battle speed in the settings to slow, which is about the same speed as it was in the original game, you'll have more time to tank and escape. So, take that into account. Oh good, a helmet. More magic. So now for the heal spell, it'll actually heal all about the same. Oh goody, goblins. Oak shield. Goblins have been really buffed in comparison to their original outing in the first game. Good, extra defense. Better use my health potion. One more should level me up. There we go. I would say more attack would be nice. We can increase our magic, or mana, or defense. I think I'll go this way, as I'll be leaving quite soon. More hair, hard leather gloves. Let's continue on. And as it says here, you can just hold on to the left mouse button, and you should be able to you'll be able to see the enemy stats that way. Oh no. Okay, I guess I have to get out of here now, as these salamanders are really damaging, and I don't think I'll be able to make it with this much health. So, time to escape. At the end of every dungeon, you'll see a screen here where it shows the artifacts you got, like the hard leather boots, spark, XP level ups, and of course all the stat gems. So, reasonable run. And over here I still have these leftovers. And I'm still at my still original level. Let's dive back in one more time before ending this. And I recoup my investments, so might as well just rebuy all these items. Here I can actually craft a few things. Let's see if I remember correctly. Nope, I lost all of them, sadly. Oh well, time to go on. And of course, due to my buff stats, even though I don't have the same equipment as before, I pretty much one-shot everything. Now, normally if this was the original game, I would skip past most of this, but because of this, because of the XP system works, any XP is helpful. Oh good, a secret. So I'm just cleaving through all these bats and rats. Oh nice! Now we can choose what our bonus is. Let's go with more... Let's go with defense. These are even more rare than the other ones, but they're really always helpful. Even more artifacted metal boots. Really would have preferred something else. Let's put this metal ring on. Go down next floor. Oh yeah, never mind. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Oh good, finally a new artifact. That should help. The music's always pretty nice. In fact, it was made by a famous industry expert, whose name I can't really call right now, but he worked in titles like Banjo-Kazooie and whatnot. We'll be seeing the full detail of this when the premium version of this game is actually released, as the premium version will only be released from March of this year. Right now I'm just playing the Flash version, so several things are a bit cut off, like the number of floors, some items. It's still pretty expansive, in comparison to the first game especially. Good, we got the escape wings. Good, another level up. Attack is always at this point. Let's reallocate our skill. Now I'll be ignoring most of the rogue tree, as I really would have preferred attack or magic. But when I reach the point where I need more potion efficiency, I'll reach this point, especially here, or the potion duration specifically. Increase XP. I'll be going this route, and increase my HP. More mushrooms, bats, the usual. And another mana crystal. Getting a lot more mana potions than my previous run. Here's the reintroduction of spiders, and more difficult enemies. More defense, always nice. Let's see if I can actually craft things. And with this, we can actually have a random properties like HP restore, and with this we can increase the item proficiencies. Like for example, if I have this crafted potion here, it will restore 40 health, but it'll also increase my defense by 4 temporarily. Or I can just do it this way and just increase my attack by 1 by 4. And of course I can do things like that, like enchanting these items for extra effects. Let's move it for these hard leather boots. Like we can increase the defense by 2, or increase the fire defense. Basically by doing this we can add many properties at once. Like unfortunately we can't really apply HP MP enchants into these items, so we'll mainly do attacks. So we can do fire defense or attack, or we could just, if we do this, we can just do normal attack. I think I'll just go with attack right now. But we'll need that later on. And of course, might as well upgrade all my potions. And get 40 health. The more potions, the better. Here's my upgraded one. Might as well replace it. Continue on. As the crafting equipment or crafting items are temporary, I tend to just try spamming them near the end. Might as well not waste them. Ah, good, a rusty iron sword. In fact, it's actually preferable to enchant everything. It's not really necessary. And of course, at the end of every floor, the game will save, so just in case if your game crashes, you can get back. And here, and unlike the forge, you can actually craft the potions at any place. Like here. But in order to enchant equipment, you need a forge. Good, max HP plus 10. For every level up, there is always an equivalent item crystal. Though the main benefit for leveling up is for skills, basically. As I don't really have elemental enemies, I'll be replacing with more raw attack, or raw physical defense. Another attack one there. Time to increase my defense. Before I end this video, I'll be making it to the 10th floor. But yeah, this is basically the game in a nutshell. Any type of roguelike, exploring further down, as well as going back up and resetting it over and over, with some persistence as well. It will get much harder once we reach floor 40 and beyond, and eventually when we reach floor 100. But right now, it's relatively simple, with enemies basically being physical attack, physical defense, with their weaknesses being to elemental attacks as well. But as I don't really have magical spells, it's not really necessary, as I can just beat them to brute force. This will not really be the case in future episodes. Oops. nice, an iron breastplate. More max HP. Another rusty iron sword. Sturdy boots. More dead mushrooms. Better actually apply to the hotkeys. Oops. As in apply all where the potions are supposed to be going. Oops. There we go. For example, now buff stats for about 1. Where if I wanted to be defense here or attack here. But I'll mainly be using that with the salamanders coming very soon. Alright, we're almost there. Wrong placement of items. Let's do this. There we go. And crafting potions will become much more important later on, when you start running low on health, as well as enchants as well. Might as well get this in advance. The more mana will be important later on when we get magic attacks. Another secret room. Good, another spark ring. You can wear up to 3 rings at once. I don't know where the 3rd ring goes. Ah, good, more of the story. Apparently I missed day 1, so here's day 3 of a recluse finding items. We'll be seeing more tidbits of the story, but it's kind of random where it shows up. Another artifact. Oh, magic skirt. But I'll be using that in the next part. Let's go. And I made it to floor 10. Now we can start future runs at any previously visited shop. In the first game, you started the shop just before the greatest step one you reached. And just like the game suggests, it's actually better to start at the shop before, due to XP and whatnot. Alright then. It's time to end this by just selling off everything. And by taking... As I'm escaping, I might as well just take off everything that's not an artifact. So, time to sell it. Alright then, time to get out of here. And with this final run, I basically got 4 more artifacts, 6 to be specific, and a lot more stat gems and XP. So it's a pretty good run in total. Alrighty then, in the next part, I'll be continuing on from floor 10 and exploring deeper and deeper sections of this Enchanted Cave. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Toodles!